The people who were fighting against Nkrumah were tribalists and religious sects and so on. In any case, the so-called United Party, who was behind it? The so-called United Party, which is the genesis of the current New Patriotic Party. Do you know how it came about? The people who were fighting against Nkrumah were tribalists and religious sects and so on. So you had the Mambi Party, which was a Ghanaian nationalist party. You had the Gashifumapwe, which was a Ghanaian nationalist movement. You had the Muslim People's Party.
Muslim Association Party.
Muslim Association Party. And then you have the others and so on. So Nkrumah decided that this country will be destroyed if you allow parties formed on the basis and all of those considerations. So the Nkrumah government formed the Avoidance of Discrimination Act, under which you could not form sectarian political parties. It is the passage of the Avoidance of Discrimination Act which compelled all these Muslim, Ashanti, Northern, and so-called parties to come together under the United Party. So even if you are looking at the origins of the New Patriotic Party, Nkrumah is the founder. Nkrumah is the one who passed legislation compelling them to unite in the United Party.
Founder of modern day South Africa. They'll tell you Mandela. Before I address the main issues, I just want to say something. You see, apart from destroying our economy, apart from plunging Ghana into crisis, one of the things this government wants to do is to rewrite our history. And we shall not allow them to rewrite our history. Because the president said he does not accept that one person can be the founder of a nation. Yes, founding a nation, it takes many people, but there's always that critical one person Mandela's sacrifice, being a founder of modern day South Africa. They'll tell you Mandela. But it was not Mandela alone. There was Oliver Tambo, there was Govan Mbeki, and so many of them who fought the armed struggle to achieve independence for South Africa from apartheid. But it was Mandela's sacrifice, being in prison for 20-something years and being the symbol of the struggle, that makes them say Mandela is the founder of modern day South Africa. It is the same thing with Ghana. If you ask Ghanaians who is the founder of Ghana, who gained independence for Ghana, majority of Ghanaians will tell you Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Said independence gradually in the shortest possible time. Nkrumah said independence now. And he fought for it. And that is why Ghanaians recognize him as the founder. Nobody can come and rewrite our history. Indeed, for those of you who don't know it, when the Queen finally agreed to give Ghana independence, the UGCC, that Nana Akuffo Addo is fighting to be recognized as founders of Ghana, wrote a petition. They sent people to England to tell the Queen, don't grant independence, we are not ready yet. And so how can people like that be, even if we are saying many people fought for independence, You cannot say UGCC was part of it because they were an obstacle to independence. And eventually when the motion of destiny for independence was being passed, these are the same people who walked out of parliament when Nkrumah was moving the motion of destiny. And so today you can't come and rewrite our history. July 1st is our Republic Day. And we also made it our Senior Citizens Day. They've come to take the holiday from July 1st and gone to put it on August 4th, which is the day the UGCC was founded. Agreed to give Day. And we also made it our Senior Citizens Day. They've come to take the holiday from July 1st and gone to put it on August 4th, which is the day the UGCC was founded. When we come to office, we'll rectify those things. July 1st will be a holiday again. When we come to office, we'll rectify those things. July 1st will be a holiday again. If you say who is the founder of Ghana's Fourth Republic, it's obvious, it's J.J. Rawlings. Because it was he who led us from military rule back into constitutional rule that created the Fourth Republic in which we are. But there were many people who worked on it. Justice D.F. Annan was head of National Commission for Democracy. They went round the country and solicited views about what form of government Ghanaians want. But we're not going to say Rawlings, Justice Annan, and who are all founders of the Fourth Republic. There's only one, we in the NDC recognize only one founder of the Fourth Republic of Ghana, and that is Jerry John Rawlings.
For me, the baby say, Yasamba, Yababe, Ejuma. Minia, and on John Mahama kind of simple. To Mr. Waba, more like for Facebook, Musakra, Munya notification, one child or I like a video, no YouTube for and so much one emotions are one like it, no. Before no, Yabasia, you prepare more and say, one like, one share, one comment, na young twasso. May say, you know, you need Kwame Nkrumah send be a can view. And one year about no. Yet ye chrono na Akuffo Addo, ye all ye no, HL se wajia to say on the throw book we see. Agyapadie book no. So what you say, dear Kwana Muyin, won't forget about them. And come with you this time. When at the time they were eating, at the time their mouths were full, they didn't open their mouth. They enjoyed the meal. Okay. They really enjoy that meal. Now that their mouths are empty, they want to come to us so that all of us cry together. No. There's a saying that where you first sat to eat your sugar cane, go back to that same place and eat your bread. And then you go and meet the ant, the insect you left there. Baby a ukodi upano no koho na kokori wahwede ana baby a kokori wahwede no koho kodi upano na mpropro na egu wona wansesa no sa entatia ne ntumu na ewo ho no omo betena ho asomdwem into abahase a it's like me power chill say like video no ana say share ana comment Facebook no wanya say no mo de scientific system na something we call algorithm. Your interaction will give way to almost actions on be taking. In this urban one like here, and one say more capono. In this nipa 10 the kanya notification, you know. Say nipa 10 no, obi a no oshe. Now one yesen system now recognize say obi a video no share and one no. So I say Emma feed no so far and sana go into bar me catch say share page na yesro no wa share na aboa because yin nyina na yedi dwumadi no what you say ema yen take time precious time off the main topic no near me can't say share unim de ya na nwa no unya ka say share no de no more share so please let's all be proactive and then yenhwe say Agyapadie no now that Akuffo Addo has conceded Akuffo Addo has accepted now that Akuffo Addo finally will claim ownership to this particular document no nature say no enunti statements that stupid statement na obe make ye no o make such stupid statement no so that for best 2 weeks ni ye ka Agyapadie ho asem anti no na nka mo jai ka me say yes that is where we are ahead of Akuffo Addo ye Agyapa the good things are mahama ye and ye ka okay Mahama said that I had just 2 minutes addresses we because now I say man na dream more things say important issues be course wa na nkwasiafo so de nsamfo ye dey fam in this one take time off na omo manage nkwasiasem ho no wan kire omo say chale momfa mo adwen mra hase ya ono no de na adwen be kwa kodi nkwasiasem achi by the time I be realize na we're free but ayenti a odi be gina on chen say ni nkomo we free ho enti am obi am free ho okay yes we will knock it on the side ya babo bon on chen sa ba ye no ye ma jobs no ye ma direct we say no apakat ni ade so on mechi na sa na de be ma ye bo Akuffo Addo yem nko ye bo ni yem we nye freezy McBones ne bones ne ekobo no Senegal ne bio we the right tactical way no so until no o say we show that no mu ya din enye saade ya yeah career super intimia any a throw book me say ya fa bi yesero enti abahasi na it's all good say ene asia na ye bedi enkomo ewo kwan de also menu mo ya ade time a me kan ye no na engagement no wo form but modi odo o se aye adwuma amasese no engagement no koso ye bebo ye nyina ye ho de abaso we still discussing Agyapadie bo ye na Kwame Nkrumah me Kwame Nkrumah bi enu a waka before say lawyer friend say oh I wanted to add a particular video in hu ba bi akwa kwose enti sa before say lawyer we say no they be me I don't know let me see if me want a video no has here lawyer be a friend or say why lawyer and a friend say cry I think I didn't download that particular video it's enyeshi yemfansa yeah enyeshi yemfansa anoche frimpon yes a friend anoche frimpon lawyer anoche frimpon so na yes a friend they are not from pon eti o mo kan nyina no rather or DS or more enlightened youth no but ache na ama Akuffo Addo no nyina afa ho a o mo di nkwa asem ye de kire no ntimi nua munyim adwen free so enkofo we no even tama yetu Nkrumah gu ye no almost set up committee and as a commission of inquiry Omoko dragade or Nkrumah any mami and who di 80 years. Go and read Nkrumah book. No Conakry. So that days in Ghana. Nkrumah natural the ordeal ye ko share any mami and any ye free akra say on deny ne ba Kwame Nkrumah say nya no na Kwame Nkrumah krampo no enye ne ba no na on free Ghana. Hwe. Enti hwe na I am so very much happy. That is why I say John Mahama no oye nipa bi a oye nipa bi o ho no mo a wa yese srade a ene enduhwam ni friend saying spices na Aaron na ode ko sia dem ho ekobom pa e di kire ni nyankopon no sa Mahama no wahu wama ene medidi mamen say or se oba sa changes na wa ye ni nyina no obi beka say emfa development ma hwe na wo abra abo na wo bo no de wo ye bia na di sika bra wo e onuma bi wo ho a emfa sika mafie ba sa ebusua nanum be ebe banyamunti e wo se wo ye hwe na wo ba na otutotuto nyoma de man so mfa nko school no e de ebe fi ba wo talk say be ma akra no we feel good so that obi ba na obeye a wonderful work bia obi hu so man na okuni ho ama no on be send no nyam mon forget about akwa no Kwame Nkrumah yi toilet and fire ho ye fire ho ne say wo ye kromfo nto oni akromfo ne nam the fire won say na Akuffo Addo 2016 proud to ye koto aba no NPP for no party sika enkofo we ekofae omo fire na Mustafa Hamin ono susu wi abi de omani abre nyame nam tro yo wo ha e wo ha say na you see sometimes on obi aya na me pe na asem ba ko pa wo Ghana ho ye maame Nana Kunedu Ajimai Rawlings because obeye they said we cannot take it away from Kwame Nkrumah. In the history of Ghana no abra ye say ye first lady semono ebesin ne first lady bi enu a wabon ho modern sin ye maame Nana Kunedu Ajimai Rawlings first lady bi enu ho the impact Nana Kunedu Ajimai Rawlings and ma yehu say behind every successful man is a strong successful woman. And then say dear ye the time say ono ya santini or ya kani inti adia na akamfo edi di omo ankasa emma eni omo ma eni eye something na ye nananom nta nchi se Agyapadie omo nsise sorry omo nsise omo nsamanse a ye friend real inti Nana Kunedu Ajimai Rawlings the two new knufo say de ye di Ghana for ma say obema ne oba ne bobra tete no ye de obi aye koko obi ahyeda aware for enye so odo ma no so odo mba ye adwumenti no ware ye nenne bema na wuna koko na ba yes ne wo faase ene ne nkofo aba befa na wo wa wo nhwe oba o se wo yire ni nua bema na emehwe wo ba ma na wo nso so akwa akohwe wo nso nua ba eba enkwasea system be ni say yedi ofase jeje se hwe ne yiri cheche nsen mu che na no say yenya sa nkwasea se eno ne yede intestate succession law PNDC laws no intestate they kase bibi intestate chese obi a owu a wanye samanse Nana Kunedu Ajimai Rawlings de ba say say die say na obi wu no oja Agyapadie a ye beche e de ama omomwu ati no ne yire ne mba benya sei e ma say abusuafo ne ba no ya bepam obi afiri but ekoye me ya say ukunu ye sade we nyina wo bo ne chidom by the fireside how na wo ma ye like oma education ya akono how o empower young women say wo boa say obeji wo ma free pa wo pa mu so tiase here o try so obeyi pa wo pa mu even in the era one woman be your friend no Hanakujo sa Hanakujo yi oni Kwame Nkrumah na bre ya wotakwa enokoya yi even Kwame Nkrumah de ne koto se on chesrimfo nse ne esi yetire ye topa no ene ade because na Nkrumah pese esrimfo no nso diye na eye yenya sa original balance of wealth no because if you want your country to be wealthy any crisis can go Accra Kumasi ni ade nko a enti maame bi a friend Hana Kujo ofri takwa omo nim no takwa no omo nim no the dancing oware papa bi a ye friend Kujo ono sa papa no ye minor e wo takwa ho enti na ne di ne be ba a friend no bibi dancing ti dancing family e wo takwa no e ho na nasifri even at the time a jeje be ye yire kra no or try say maame no esem kra no ko wuye 1986 for baby that time na jeje na da so eye mampanyi na ye training Ghana ma in so many other stuff 31st week December women why December movement but na ye me yase ye maame edru bribi e de be moa no wantimi amfa moa okunu na also pese odi president ni bi ekoyi John Mahama e free honom no aye pinchen baby American asem na kosi un say unhu won afa wani so me ma ne fa wani so ni nyina ne ye something we call the political terrain e wo book we mo na nakuna adu agyeman ene the Rawlings factor ni be mu na eye me ya mokai 2020 ni kunu agu and so still are not that so that at the ballot paper ne so it was an orchestration. Kofi Granting, Maverick, Kofi Ghani, any omo kika ho a omo say the apathy no voter apathy na ekoso no e betimi akodi enkofo bi ho san nkofo ne ebeyi wo mafim ne e de nkofo a e betimi breaki NDC ato ballot paper ne so akọ election ni mu we Akuffo Addo ne troye Akuffo Addo oyo manbofo oyo obi a ahoya ewo oni na busuafo no hododo ede be bi oni anyama JB Dankwa no ene hwan omo ayi ni statue si baby yempe bibi mfa nemu no ye be bio ahoya ni otan emim as a guy Akuffo Addo enunti na amemu onnimu a ototo papa so no mo fi say e betra beka Kwame Nkrumah wawu a woko you say Kwame Nkrumah we don't need his ideas now. We need somebody or yet far advanced saying Kwame Nkrumah to be able to solve our problem for us. In his time, he was damn sophisticated. Na dream door. But time, technological age, the way a problem let's see our gravity, we need a sophisticated mind more than Nkrumah there. Because the Nkrumah can, nimpenfo no anti ase, and then ye abeti ase, inti ene no ye Nkrumah ideas bio. Ye di obeba obekasa. E di ebehwe anim ankofo nti ase. Yes. Na nakuna du agyeman. Back to business. Na se enkofo bi sinister idea ni ade nyina no. Na mote ho. Hey, omai ekujina campaign platform so. What stops you from? How beautiful it was. The time one at Amelsema, any woman ekujina NDC platform so. Edebe biu na wope. You can't leave NDC and go and join NPP. And no kene ya bodamsem into smakwa kote NDP. Look at that. Minianom hwe ewiase won. Ewiase. Akwantu na yetu no. Baasi mumpo ukochia obi o baasi munim no. Maame mpese me fa no atia wo nan so. Into ka se wu di san enyoman ketimketi wi achi a de bebia woni nipa beko. Monte the social system no ase. Monte nipa ase. Wanti nipa ase a ho. Woni nipa beko ewiye no. Na afi wo na mo a ube utrim no so obi empe wasem enso na problem if you ewiye no afi bo se waka nsensemu te say yeshe me also maybe now there's one woman no about loud silence media and so owa oso akọ join NDC okọ join NDC no obi atia ne naso enti obi tia ne naso no NDC ni ba akọ atia ne naso enti wajai party no wakodi Kennedy Japan achi okodi Kennedy Japan achi wie ya that Kennedy Japan enti mi ameye flag bearer of the NPP na osi what yesisi Kennedy Japan ti and so ni dachi afi ye koda na yesori a de bia what is a Facebook or a TikTok or a YouTube ade ya opese mahama eba it means say ni behavior oye nyina na kire say onim say John Mahama ne NDC no ene nkofo ombetimi a rescue oman no at this critical moment but obi etia ne na so menua akwantuo no ayetuo no obra na ayebo no se woka se de bia obedi de enipa dasani ba ko bi be ya you continuously drift away move away from the focus no etik na do adma Rawlings anka utifie anka ona aye party maame enkudani jimia na nkoma ba ho ofie ukunu ewu enso so ma ye de oto ballot box ballot paper so mebo 2020 na onka omo contest no ho ede baby na obe 20 years of first lady dear be contribution na person of the bar went to me ma he in the political terrain in here. As we make the final push for the EC's registration, it is important to roll out our final onslaught to ensure that NDC eventually becomes a fringe party. Whereas we do not expect the Electoral Commission herself to blatantly cripple the NDC, we could deploy the other non-EC functions, such as the need to maintain law and order, using our people within security agencies to frustrate NDC supporters from either registering or voting. Brian Champon will be key in this endeavor. Brian Champon in the coach now platform so can say pass here to me by my NDC there. Ensida. In the Sasema year 2020 elections, New York, it is an agenda. Na NDC for no, me mamon na. Enkofo omu ye jimi for omu take step bia ne ya che omu, but omu nsua nyansa. Into this the agenda. Before then, we must have a critical evaluation of our strength and weaknesses in order to be well positioned for the task ahead. The party, the youth, that is the NPP party, no? The youth and women's wing of our party remain our weakest link. Every effort must therefore be made to get our national organizer to fill the gap. Same applies to getting Eslaosu to assist the women's wing. The substandard tag on Nana Boachi, that is Nana B, seems to be a perfect description of who he is. Per the earlier session made by Daniel DM Ofuriata, yes, and the co-writers. Now, one who say, one who baby, or more paper no. Inti o catch them say, and Akuffo Addo no Troy. DM Ofuriata and the co-writers of the August 2019 report. So this paper, no, the way a team say they have been writing reports. Baby omodi omunko for na to be quarterly, yearly, omo the report ba ahayenye se wa normal review. Ahayenye se wa normal review. Omo review how to steal the country's resources but they don't want to review the free SHS. So it means that in their heads, in their stupid heads, they understand perfectly, say, review is the panacea to myriads of problems of policies and programs. So all the policies, all the programs, and say, obey and sacraye, and policy now, dear, but any friend review, no. Free SHS there, they are not reviewing, but they are reviewing or reviewing their stealing tactics. Okay. But okay, this is a tag. Okay, the substandard tag on Anabi seems to be a perfect description of who he is, per the earlier assessment made by DM Oforiatta and the co-writers of the August 2019 report. This is a tag we should actually short from his personal knowledge. In the meantime, we should keep up assurance of broad smiles towards him until he's gradually weaned from us. He pales into insignificance. In comparison to George Opare Addo of the NDC, it is therefore important to avoid a one-on-one debate between your youth organizer and that of the NDC for the time being. This is it. Now, we will not talk about Kennedy Japan today. Let's jump onto the Rawlings factor. Na yemfa bibi anye mi pese oti nyoma bi ase the Rawlings factor in power. The other my name is here. Where is it? Waha. The same kind of picture was the Rawlings factor. Where is it? Okay, yes, it's here. Let's talk about the Rawlings factor. Although not a party member, he has become very useful tool in the scheme of affairs. Of our affairs. Nana must be encouraged to maintain his relationship with him and ensure a firm grip of him to avoid any damaging loose talk that may affect our chance. So far, his public comments have been favorable. The NDP, led by Nana Kunedu, must be assisted to undertake its activities and to ensure that they fire and contest the 2020 election. It is obvious that it is obvious that whatever vote will be garnered by the NDP will be votes that would otherwise have gone to the NDC. Okay? And so this was the plan. Intiminia Samebo Amonka 2020 elections na Kunedu Agyapadie Rawlings na oka ballot seat na order so be true or false mo amo ha say mo kan kire me de me na me ni ho ma nto aba ne bi nti mo amo koto aba no mo betimi asene mo comment aba in the next 5 minutes no ye be run up na ya fa nipa 1 or 2 course bi ne ye de dwumadi no esi me busa mo na mo hwe me 2020 elections na mo koto e na Kwame Nkrumah Agyapadie Rawlings ka ho ana me de minim enti ye betumi aka se ye betumi aka or say she was on it ye betumi aka se enye na eya agenda say na Akuffo Addo mo na ye because almost say aba ye beto e ama NDP no and it said ye yato aba no you know e be free NPP NDC DM emu na aba into just to make sure say even nipa 20,000 crown e koto aba ma na Kwame Nkrumah Rawlings let's just say I suppress it NDC for the yenko hunahuna ahunafo ni nyina na o matro yemfa tactics emfa nko NDC stronghold ni nyina wo book ni mo afi yemma ho kwan na parties bi to say na nya enye nkwase asema eyede ne yekoto aba na akuadonko edin eba ho mame kan we shortly na yemfa nwie other minor parties. Further to this, it is ultimately important to ensure we help reactivate and encourage the minor parties to contest. Many of their supporters have an anti-apathy towards the NDC. With some financial inducement to their polling agent, we could construct an understanding with them to show up the vote of pro-NPP. To show up the number of pro-NPP polling agents at the polling stations. It is not negotiable to ensure that LPG, GUM, Akuadonko, and GCPP are all declared to contest. Depending on the outcome of our next negotiations, the following parties could be eliminated by Electoral Commission if they fail to agree to our propositions. Maverick Kofi Gan, Kofi Kranting, Akwasi Odike of the United Progress Party, Kwasi Busumru of the People's Action Party, New Vision Party, United Renaissance Party, and then the UFP, and others who may also file. For the CPP and PNC, and possibly APC, they may be allowed to contest in order to shield the EC and our government of any wrongdoings. And yes, happy pepe. And yes, happy pepe na Akuffo Addo mu ye. Just to shield party no. Omo ye nkatade bi gu wani na mo akaka se nye Akuffo Addo na eye. Into that time no Kofi Kranting a oye se oye omo yi ni film no na oye NPP ni wa America. Omo pe kwan bia so yi Kofi Kranting film because Kofi Kranting no NDC ni nkoto abama no. Mary Kofi Gani no NDC ni nkoto abama no. NPP fo bia omo buafu no na betu nti ye ma party bia ma na ye nkofo omo buafu akwa akoto ama wo indi se ye omo nya party bia na se dane duru no okote o de nya hwema me nkoto ma na eye this nkofo adwea omo afa no enti odike a onanam a okeka nsemu ni nyina no omo soche omo aw onse Kofi Apalu oba no abegina na okeka nkosesem ya capture no ha. This is the plan, and always being reviewed by Akuffo Addo. By review free SHS na nye papa ne de bi I say, I thank Mahama, say, Oba, obey reviews, free SHS, no. Oba, obey, changing all the data, Akuffo Addo changing, no. State capturing agenda, no. It is about time we stop this stupid thing. And yes, sir, a bad beye something like an albatross. A bad beye, she has si bobia the same you come. We are who she are in ye. This is Loud Silence Media. We are here to liberate you guys from the oppressed and the sorry state now. We are here to help build a beautiful country. A country where everyone will feel safe. In a country where everyone can claim at least ownership. As we speak, some people do not claim or are not part. They are not considered to be owners of a beautiful country called Ghana. Minia, Momayama Yanina ho. So on the 7th of December, now ko to Abama Mahmoud Baumia. What waba say? Document we omon fanye adwuma. Na omon koswa amfa new development. And for a vote for Baumia is a vote for Akuffo Addo, Gabi Ochidakon, DM Oforiata, Kwaku Amoakwata, Chebi Ebuakwa Hene. Eye no kre enuti na omo aba omo nim se abato bre number. Time an ye kan na abato bi ani ho, enti no mo anfi ye no. Ti no mo nim se ye kaka etu bi twa, enti ade wo mo nsem se all of a sudden no. Ade no asaba. Na de enti a ama omo esunu ni se this time no Kwaku Anan Captain Smart Hopes in Adoye if you omo camp e no mo ka enti ebema Ghana for no agye di se nkofo no eyampa enu nti na mo maba out no. I am telling you senye saa nkofo we mo omo ye nipa bonefo. Never see them so me mafia so omo nyansa no nyanduru ho omo nye wicked but omo ye jimi for onye jimi nia onyi sei emfa wa okura osibu free mu onye ho saa because so wo for man Agyapadie nyina na the question is nature the nyansa ya dey handle sa Agyapadie and bema mo nko amobusuafo. No, Kwame Nkrumah be president no so many years now. The bush ni bienu a wa ben presidency ono na che say Kofo be president no the direct descendants no e be ye den so mba be nature and the peke e brebia no your person dey ndidwuma. Number ni 0240258269 and the school was here friend na che wa adwensisi ya. There was some few minutes pina once I that's why and then I'm TV ni so na the energy say time e wo ho no minia enti Akuffo Addo se Kwame Nkrumah na chichiri Ghana ho se why na chichi eno emfa me ho eno no ema krono a opese wo bo no enko enti moma ye ma yani na ho ye koto aban no moma ye nto book no ye kan ni nyina ba bia e de ya adwen ko no eye the political terrain ye wonyoma ni bi ho a ya nkeka because ye ntimi metra ha en read no verbatim de ye critical no man for pay attention no na de wa adwen akọ what you say o man ba bia ya bedru no so ho entimi mma ye maame Agyapadie wa boa ma wukunu abeyi Ghana fo afirisumu na afedrewe ye no a o sa like na onka wo ba be ye wo ho se kotre a wane kama na de kakra kwa akota ato. Hello minia awono ko
Amajo, what mapa?
ajo so ma one so
About the word on Basetia. Yo, they make an I say aban we mo ankasa. I am so mu ready a omo ntiase na omo ni kesa wo dwo ho a wo ntiase. Nsem omo kan nyina ne no mo yi nyina anom so mo men. We have the men. Like as a omo ankasa no mo nti di omo kana. All because we share normal cost for my anymore. President, on je no solve that solution. Problem a woman. Now Kwame Nkrumah wa target. Kwame Nkrumah boni be no there. Senye Kwame Nkrumah na Jim found dia. Ene your friend ne Ghana. Nkono na nando no kubenya akonya aba be di o man we say so. Ti se Kwame Nkrumah ye o man ni say ya. Ti se ko no na Akuffo Addo kubenya akonya aba be man aba be di o man. Inti na adwene ne say Kwame Nkrumah legacy oyi na o so yi ni na afi. Son kan we say Kwame Nkrumah no sunsun tia. Sunsun tia. Ti jo be.
Hello.
Good evening.
Ajoso.
I'm in chair, brothers, and my brother will be a channel. You know, something is a quiet. Good to Asam Nan Wakano. And the Ayabako to Agyapadie and one some Nana so chino. You better talk with some kind of phones and Kufu ever told mine. Not on my tongue, mine on per se or mobile phone, any DG. No more mother can't say, you must say, or more, your papa, own papa, mamma, bra. You better talk with say, or one penny on draw attention into bed. Sagana now mo pese achimfo no achim mafias ne fa no enya de be ye adwuma na ye adwuma china ye be bo wa magana fo nyina hu sankrofo usuban a omode na odwempo a omode be di akodwa ene ne hia na yakoka Kwame Nkrumah asema Kwame Nkrumah na obidi akonwa waka na habi mo mini se mu wi o man ni sika na ye ni abre koso akromfo asefo nyame hu o mo bo amanka.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, my uncle. Yes. Mini akasa yetonka.
Okay, can go to. I mean, the more of us who are doing but I say no, I'm saying, Mama, kind of at government and politics. May war no video be on no crown and it's a minute. MPs for any video be and more the year jump down. Difficulty a event in 2009 or more editing or monopart and creating a conversation between difficulty and was the chamber's abuse. Time now all venting on all to talk on, but original a video, yes, and it's here. Or more creating a conversation. You said almost a year. But okay, so that video you got and can baby and give you a bit of a amount. No videos, maybe
what do you fast send for Hasiya? Hasiya or Kasafana?
Okay, but send now the why go to what the wow share or video. Now shop original one now. Wow, make a reaction. Wow, there's something funny about on a video. As a difficulty Agyapadie. Yes, a difficulty Agyapadie say, or try to force say what 2 gold reserve. So Obekaya. A sad event in 2009. Almost scrutinizing the pa. And yes, it's you there. I mean, I'm going to be the best thing is Tiana. I will be to head up to four. I can be the power post videos.
Mate, that's it. Hello. 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 Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, my uncle.
Yeah. But your friend, silencer, before fit Kaswa.
Kasa yetonka.
your friend, son is a very free as well.
Mr. Kasa, yeti won kan ti kasa.
Dear, uncle to air cano, no crepa. Share Agyapadie book, no. Every bit of we now show you know, or implementing one after the other. By a car, I'm off for share and tiasie. I'm off for share and tiasie. For the past 7.5 years, and I say 8 years, and development bia and koso. Development bia and koso. It's almost like a Agyapadie book. I'm MP for my son, my baby, mine, or my baby, or mine, sika. Now, on my creative property, I'm not yet in my phone, nay, bread. No one said, never can say, Yanka Humbo, 7th of December 2024, into a bantia, sir, incompetent in your government way. And I can't so ye MP, our comes in 1 year, for the past 12 years. Into Mr. on 7th December, ye trauma, Jomama, ye trauma, honorable now call you Kuno. On all your bar, or bet my boa castle, mine, and a Jomama, on no to boa Ghana money na any 24-hour economy, any women development bank. And then before the only Shiam, the mama.
Hello.
Hello, Nkoto, Mimwado.
Yeah, Joshua.
Yo, Nkoto. Lawyer from home, I'm not sure na air can answer no. Papa na no pay me any interview or one of TV station biso. Papa no kasa in another year, another kasa. This man all cano. Now, Ostrompo say at the end of the day, no, President Akuffo Addo betum ayede am asuma mo kwa ko NDP because President Akuffo Addo no oye wudini oye wicked man for how they was attack Kwame Nkrumah or attack Kwame Nkrumah na for issues now about out now yen na yede ye kan 17 no yen ni na dwene de free so
Enfri ho ye gina ho a ni gina ye gina Agyapadie na ho ye nko ba bia ho ni gina
ina dwena na kana fo ina free man.
Oh, yeah, before pray. Hello.
Yeah, go to
Senior Kasa.
and since I bet not Akuffo Addo them Agyapadie book in one be no chowe.
Sa no kan.
I bet not Agyapadie book in one be no chowe.
NDC for the pro.
And the only South Africa tomorrow about yo one time my son. Akuffo Addo don't know better about Vienna. Asofo we say kisa cancer no nga ka ona do say I funa do say Akuffo Addo oyewi no so ga Agyapadie na on January Akuffo Addo on wu ye Agyapadie on wu January.
Yeah.
Okay. Offer na you question na mun ai.
Yeah, that's it. For last two course now.
A quarter abana no bochopi for one sir focusing Zulma John Dramani Mahama I because since in one minute
for the last two entertainment. Hello. I say you can for yeah to me some for before you. Hello. Yes. My uncle.
Nkoto. Nyame enka ho ne ne adwuma pa mo ye. Nyame ka ne say. Akuffo Addo oye selfish. O ni timo 10. Hwebi pa oya akoda 8 years. Na o start say obekun tokwa say nipa we. Said account for asante for ye go fund so many years ni e bo man Ghana mu a. Tie ben pa na ye hwehwe. Ne ye hwehwe ne ye nya no. Nyame na tia yenka na yenka nku say Akuffo Addo oye mamofo oye just oye say time hu ne so nipa wiase da nipa da bia waka na nima so adwen papa bia ni mitim abone fo sanko awutie mo ja hwegu atre wotin all time adan Akuffo Addo ngu ni obenya nyina obenya wiase Agyapadie nyina obehwe wokra ni obenya nyina ono ma no eno yire ne wabusua no ene atemfo no mafia for no Yankopon betri omoka wo Yesu din.
Amen. Mami means. Yeah, me bedroom what? Hello. Yemfa last call here. Hello. Yes. Hello.
Hello, good to
Ajoso Kaza.
You go to patch your friend is me because everybody is touching my.
No, Kaza.
Uncle to the Dika, you make a check Ghana for say. Say Ghana for see you who are here now. Sabi ye pay a crofwa, my Ghana. Hey, you be a for and they from MPP for you. You say, a probably on the bubble TV and let somebody cap was up on a demo. You have quite a Kwame Nkrumah fast or play you feet in Sano. And now put up in about the air Canadian. Say, I give you Kwame Nkrumah here, oh, Ghana piano. All to some pretty but the Oman piano, piano, yet don't succeed that.
And I
saw Kwame Nkrumah, a MPP for. Boko, yeah, one of the from Kwame Nkrumah, and before ya. You do.
When you upstairs, you call me that you are coming upstairs your items.
Hello. Aye, any panel also.
If you lose for your waste of money, no. You can only move back, telling you back. Mammy could let the time be a mobile last to make you a fan or an elephant. I am not because I am a young platform that kind of house. It's a Cobia and you can buy a day of that Yamiso with your family.
That's it. Intention, you the best see her say into no monfa and all the other program is why you're ready. Or TV so you be free online, Facebook, you be free on YouTube, be free or Montuaso or Loud Silence TV. Ghana on Yakravo. Bye bye.
In any case, the so-called United Party, who was behind it? The so-called United Party, which is the genesis of the current New Patriotic Party. Do you know how it came about? The people who were fighting against Nkrumah were tribalists and religious sects and so on. So you had the Mambi Party, which was a Ghanaian nationalist party. You had the Gashifunwakwe, which was a Ghanaian nationalist movement. You had the Muslim People's Party.
Muslim Association Party.
Muslim Association Party. And then you have the others and so on. So Nkrumah decided that this country will be destroyed if you allow parties formed on the basis of religion and ethnicity and all of those considerations. So the Nkrumah government formed the Avoidance of Discrimination Act, under which you could not form sectarian political parties. It is the passage of the Avoidance of Discrimination Act which compelled all these Muslim, Ashanti, Northern, and so-called parties to come together under the United Party. So even if you are looking at the origins of the New Patriotic Party, Nkrumah is the founder. Nkrumah is the one who passed legislation compelling them to unite in the United Party.
And expose and combat misuse and waste of public funds and property. If the nominee has done anything to this effect, he must be congratulated. And the nominee, his paper